less sunshine. Your Suncoast News starts right now.
You're watching ABC 7 News at 11.
Hello and welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Adam Cellini. Topping our news tonight and for the last couple of nights, weather. The first named storm of this year has passed. It wasn't quite what we were expecting, but that turned out to be some good news for many today. Let's head over to Steve Newman in for Wendy Ross tonight with the latest on Alberto's path. Steve?
Adam, any rain and thunderstorms we got was around sunrise this morning, 5, 6, 7, 8 o'clock. We had thunder and claps of that, whatever rain happened then just scattered sprinkles for the rest of the day. You can see Alberto still a subtropical storm, but it's increased in intensity through the evening hours, just swirling to the north. So we switch into infrared light. These are the last 5 hours. You can see the center still moving up toward the western panhandle. Here's the latest radar showing the swirling bands there, but the heaviest bands did not park over us. The skies cleared this afternoon. We had a beautiful late afternoon and evening, as Adam was just mentioning. Looks like Florida, South Florida got the brunt of the precipitation. And the flood watches continue over there. But for us, look offshore, any showers that are coming our way seems to be evaporating. And I'll have a detailed explanation of why that's occurring in just a few minutes. But right now, the tropical storm warning is in effect north of Pinellas County and well offshore. A high surf advisory is slated to expire at 6 a.m. That may be extended. Check your flags at the beaches if you're heading out there tomorrow. It'll be a breezy day, but it's not going to be a washout, I don't think. Here's the latest advisory on Alberto. 65-mile-an-hour winds predicted to maintain that strength as it makes landfall early tomorrow afternoon just west of Panama City. Then it washes out over Alabama for late on Monday and into Tuesday. Well, here at home, we are going to have just scattered showers in our future radar prediction for overnight through the morning hours. Hit and miss showers possible, about a 30% chance overnight with those south winds continuing, but I think the winds are going to slacken off as tomorrow goes away. I'll have our complete forecast for the Memorial Day tomorrow coming up in a few minutes. Adam?
All right, thank you, Steve. And as Steve just mentioned, Alberto did give us some sunshine today. And on Bradenton Beach, some boutique owners were trying to take advantage out of fear that it might not last. Most of those stores were open on historic Bridge Street, and many shoppers say they weren't going to let the rain impact their Memorial Day weekend plans. Some families enjoying the calm weather by playing mini golf and riding bicycles along the street. And some younger visitors were determined to enjoy those vacations, rain or shine.
I'm going to be here for like the next week, and just graduating, having the opportunity to come down to like Sarasota. I'm not going to let that stop me, have fun. I'm going to still go in the ocean. I'm going to go swimming. I'm going to just act like it's sunny. The rain's not going to affect my time.
Some of the shops did plan on closing early, however, tonight because of that storm. And speaking of shopping, that sunshine wasn't good news for all local businesses. ABC 7's Erica Jackson shares how Mother Nature still might have had a negative impact for some.
The sun is a good sign for many of the businesses here on Holmes Beach, especially this weekend, since they're expecting to see an increase of customers for the holiday.
Turned out to be a pretty good day.
Eric Iron's outdoor equipment rental business depends on good weather. He was preparing for the worst this Memorial Day weekend until the sun came out Sunday afternoon.
We were afraid we were going to be, it was going to be real slow this weekend, and just kind of worked out for us.
The sun came out today, and everybody went running for their beach gear and headed to the beach, which I don't blame them.
Co-owner Chris Margisso also owns Slim's Place restaurant and bar on Anna Maria. He was expecting a busy weekend at the bar, since Slim's Place gets packed during storms.
Usually when it rains on the island, there's not much to do. So people come into the bars and they spend a lot of money eating and drinking.
Families are coming in looking for something to do, so it's a great place to get out of their hoteling, and just have a good experience while they're visiting here on Anna Maria Island.
But the rain was short-lived, with the sun making its presence, giving businesses a taste of the rainy weather.
Weather changes really fast, especially on this island. The winds blow through here.
And clear blue skies.
I'm glad it worked out for everybody.
The weather helped some other businesses here on the island, since outdoor venues like the Anna Maria Island Beach Cafe were able to serve beachgoers, taking advantage of the clear skies. Reporting on Holmes Beach, Erica Jackson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, thank you very much, Erica. Floridians on the Suncoast weren't only shopping when those skies cleared, some grabbing those bathing suits and flip-flops and heading over to the beach. After this past week filled with darker skies and rain, many couldn't wait to hit our shorelines, expressing relief that the storm did not leave too much damage here on the Suncoast.
We're still recuperating a little bit from the hurricanes and just getting back from that. So I'm glad there was really no damage, and I'd like to keep it that way. So hopefully we'll just get a little rain tomorrow and let this thing blow away.
Mark Stewart also telling us he's already planning for hurricane season. It's right around the corner, getting those hurricane shutters and a generator, just in case he's going to need it later this year. A wise move. And due to Tropical Storm Alberto, some scheduled events for Memorial Day have already been canceled, including the annual Downtown Sarasota Memorial Day Parade, which is not going to be rescheduled. The Venice Memorial Day celebration has also been scratched, and the Race Around Lido, an annual event held at the Sarasota Sailing Squadron every Memorial Day, has also been canceled. But not everyone at Lido Beach was happy today. Some residents are concerned for their safety this hurricane season. Subtropical storm Alberto had waves crashing over the walls near the eroded portions of the beach, giving the people at First Lido condominiums more reason to look towards Siesta Key, begging them for some sand to re-nourish their own shoreline.
Well, this isn't even our worst storm, and this is what we're having, and we're in the middle of litigation about getting the pass dredged and getting a new beach, and Siesta Key's opposing it, and this is what we're living with.
It's really frustrating. This happens frequently, and we're just at the beginning of the hurricane season, so and this isn't even a particularly bad storm. So this is routine for us almost, and it'll be this way through the hurricane season. It's very scary.
These residents also adding they aren't only concerned for their own safety, but the wildlife as well. With so little sand, the eggs laid there by turtles are often swept away into the water. And speaking of turtle nests and eggs, the Anna Maria Island Turtle Watch wants to remind beachgoers to keep their eyes out for those nests. The walkers will be doing surveys tomorrow morning to see how the storm affected the nest counts so far this year. The group had counted 38 nests going into the weekend, according to their Facebook page. They say if you find any eggs floating, carry them back up to the shore, dig a hole in the closest dune, and rebury them. Today's storm did not stop hundreds from gathering at Ken Thompson Park to honor U.S. Marines and Navy members who lost their lives while serving our country. 65 reef balls were unveiled today and used to honor 65 U.S. submarines that never returned home from duty. Flags were given to the family members of those who lost their lives on those boats. One eternal reef will be deployed at a site off Sarasota sometime next week. This will be the first underwater memorial for our area. Today's ceremony happened to take place nearly 50 years to the day after the U.S. nuclear submarine USS Scorpion was lost. 99 officers and crew members died in that event.
A lot of people would tell you that they were the first and only line of defense during World War II, shortly after Pearl Harbor, and they were the ones that kept us free for all those extra years. So it's really, it's a way of us saying collectively thank you for the service.
Each memorial reef is 3 feet and about 1,300 pounds. Nearly 4,000 heroes have died on board since 1900. A Florida judge has ruled that the state's ban on smokable medical marijuana is unconstitutional. Leon County Circuit Court Judge Karen Givers ruling in favor of People United for Medical Marijuana and 2 patients challenging the ban. Voters approved a constitutional amendment in 2016 allowing the use of medical marijuana through vaping and in food, oils, sprays, and tinctures. The legislature last year included a provision banning it from being smoked, and Governor Rick Scott signed that measure into law in June. The plaintiffs argue that because the amendment's language only mentions smoking in public, users should be allowed to smoke in private. Well, still to come here on ABC 7, Florida isn't the only state dealing with heavy rain. What is causing heavy flooding further up north? And to meet or not to meet, that is the question between President Donald Trump and North Korean leader Kim Jong-un.
Northland Outdoors is about so much more than the biggest fish or the hottest hunting spots. All across the Northland, there are amazing people with incredible stories to tell. We're going to find those stories and share them with everyone. Join us each and every week as we explore the Northland and experience some of the most exciting outdoor adventures in the country right here in our own backyard. This is Northland Outdoors.
He's been there for you every step of the way. When you didn't know where you were going, to knowing that now you've arrived. Tell him thank you with a trip to Alabama's Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail. And you get the gimme of playing along with him. He'll love you even more, if that's possible.
Soldiers in the Army National Guard live up to a set of time-honored principles.
I will always place the mission first.
They stand ready to respond to any crisis.
I will never accept defeat.
They serve in their communities as citizens and as soldiers.
I will never quit.
They train part-time to be ready to serve at all times.
I will never leave a fallen comrade.
Learn more at nationalguard.com.
We answered the call of duty and left our homes to serve in far-off lands. Now we answer another call, this time at home, in our own communities, to respond in times of chaos. To use our strength, our skills, and our experiences to bring hope amid devastation and destruction. Together, as a team of brothers and sisters, we're continuing our mission to make this country a little stronger and a little better each day. We are Team Rubicon.
I'll be right back.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC 7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining.
Welcome back. Steve Newman in tonight for Wendy Ross, keeping an eye on the weather for us, and our focus has shifted a little bit from Alberto to Memorial Day plans.
To more sun, less chance of rain, a busted forecast, but there's a very good reason, and we're lucky this happened, but this is one of the biggest shifts we've had in the models in a long time. I'll show you what happened. But today we started off with a lot of clouds, and any showers we got were just about sunrise, and it looked a little menacing at times today, but look what happens during the afternoon on our Lakewood Ranch Cam. The sky's clear, and it was a beautiful late afternoon evening, and as we've heard on these news stories, people got to the beach and had a pretty darn nice time. I think you're going to have a nice time tomorrow at the beaches. The winds slowly ease up. 79, the current temperature at the airport. Dew point is 74. Our humidity up there at 84%. Those winds are still fairly strong from the southeasterly direction at 17 miles per hour. Our high this afternoon, only 84, a little cooler than normal, pretty close to normal for last night's low. And where are all those 3, 4, 5, 6 inches of rainfall? Well, we got 4/100ths of an inch at the airport, a little more in other areas we'll look at in a minute. So we're still above normal for rainfall. We've ended the dry period we had most of the winter. Look at this. We've had winds in the last a few minutes, 29 miles an hour at Lakewood, at Longboat Key, 23 at Anna Maria. And we're seeing those winds come up sometimes and then ease off sometimes, but the general trend will be lighter winds as we move through tomorrow. And we'll also see, because of the warmer waters and the land cooling off, kind of a land breeze kind of kick in some of the locations. Now, where did it rain the most? Just along the northern coast of Cuba, over 9 inches, radar estimates down through there. Around the Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Palm Beach area, inch or more. Across the Sun Coast, here and there, we got about an inch or so, down around Punta Gorda, 2.1. Parrish, 0.3 of an inch. Venice, about 0.7 of an inch. And zooming in a little closer to the neighborhoods around our area, Newtown, 0.7 of an inch. University Park, 0.9 at the Sarasota Memorial Hospital, 1.6, but along the Keys, anywhere from a ½ inch to an inch of rainfall. That's all we got because of dry air got entrained into this. We can kind of see in this visible satellite image all the swirling clouds from Alberto, which now has 65-mile-an-hour winds as it's approaching the Panhandle. So they're going to get a fairly strong storm, but it's still subtropical, doesn't have a real defined eye. And what's happening is drier air, a wedge of it, just got pulled in right over. So look at this. See the tan colors? That's the dry air swirling into it. It inhibited the intensification of Alberto today, although this evening it did strengthen. So that is shutting down most of the showers and thunder showers that are trying to come up from the south on that flow, the circulation around Alberto. The outside of that dry slot, they're still getting some fairly hefty showers and thunder showers in South Florida and eastern parts of Florida. But look at this. Over the Sun Coast, other than ground clutter from the radar site, it is remaining dry. Here's our futurecast as we take a look through the rest of tonight and tomorrow, with Alberto making landfall tomorrow afternoon early, while we have only a few scattered showers possible. 30, 40, 50% chance of them. And during the day and the night tomorrow, we have another better chance, I think, on Tuesday. With that flow continuing from the south, pretty good chance we'll see more showers on Tuesday than we will tomorrow. So we're kind of lucking out in that aspect. Out on the water tomorrow, still small craft advisories in effect for southerly winds 20 knots gusting to 30, seas 6 to 8 feet choppy on the bay. So not a boating day, but maybe a beach day with a high temperature of 85, water temperature 80, UV index, you still need the sunscreen, 10. Here's my forecast for tonight. A few clouds around, a few scattered showers, 75 the low temperature with a little breezy weather. And for tomorrow, anywhere from 30, 40, 50% chance of showers, 83. And our 7-day outlook shows the chance goes up, as we saw in the futurecast, to 70% on Tuesday. But look at this, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, things start to dry out and stays that way into the middle of next week. We dodged the bullet on this one, but it's just the beginning. The hurricane season hasn't even started. Make sure you tune into our hurricane special coming up this Friday at 7 o'clock here on ABC 7. Adam?
Thank you very much, Steve. Alberto already causing flooding in parts of Florida before its expected landfall along the Gulf Coast, and other parts of the country also experiencing heavy rains, dampening holiday weekend plans. Here's ABC's Rob Marciano with the latest.
Residents along the Gulf Coast bracing for Alberto, expected to make landfall early Monday.
I'm concerned and I'm listening, and that's all I can do. Take it one step at a time.
Protecting their homes with sandbags ahead of the approaching storm. Governors of Florida, Alabama, and Mississippi declaring states of emergency.
People should not be out on the road. They should have a safe place to ride out this storm.
Alberto coming several days ahead of the official start of hurricane season.
Always it's uneasy, but you know, nature doesn't follow our timeline. Nature pretty much does what it wants to do.
Winds from Alberto already gusting over 50 miles per hour in Florida, but the rain is expected to be the main problem. Heavy rains fell across South Florida on Sunday, leaving behind some flooding in Miami. This time-lapse video shows the rain squalls as they move through Tampa. Parts of the Alabama coast and Florida panhandle could see up to a foot of rain. As the Gulf Coast prepares for Alberto, other parts of the country are also seeing their holiday weekend plans washed out. Massive floodwaters taking over Ellicott City. High water rescues underway.
Drove upon a flood, and there's no way to get my car over there, so I'm kind of stuck.
Heavy rains and thunderstorms flooding parts of New Jersey and Pennsylvania. And West Virginia also dealing with some severe flooding. Some residents had to be rescued from their homes. Rob Marciano, ABC News, Panama City, Florida.
In other news, a U.S. delegation traveling to North Korea today for talks of a potential meeting between President Donald Trump and North Korean leader Kim Jong-un. The president sending a tweet after their arrival saying, quote, "Our United States team has arrived in North Korea to make arrangements for the summit between Kim Jong-un and myself. I truly believe North Korea has brilliant potential and will be a great economic and financial nation one day. Kim Jong-un agrees with me on this. It will happen." Last week, Trump abruptly canceled a planned June 12th summit in Singapore in a letter to Kim. Now it appears the summit could be back on track, with Trump telling reporters yesterday that the date and location have not changed. Former President George H.W. Bush is back in the hospital, according to a spokesperson. He was taken to a main facility after experiencing low blood pressure and fatigue. He is expected to stay there for a few days for observation. The hospital stay comes a day after a visit with military veterans. Mr. Bush stopping by an American Legion pancake breakfast yesterday in Maine. He chatted and took pictures with veterans from World War II, Korea, Vietnam, Iraq, and Afghanistan. Last month, Bush was hospitalized after an infection the day after a funeral was held for his wife, Barbara Bush. He is now 93 years old. Well, stick around. We got sports coming up after the break. Come.
Every time you purchase a fishing license or register your boat, you're helping to preserve our nation's coastlines, lakes, rivers, and streams, protecting memories for generations to come. Learn how your participation in boating and fishing can help the environment at takemefishing.org/conservation.
ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you. Watch ABC 7 wherever you are, on our live stream, on mysuncoast.com, on the ABC 7 My Suncoast app, powered by the Eye Associates, providing sight for life, featuring traffic maps and live radar, dining with recipes, and My Suncoast Restaurant Guide. Visit mysuncoast.com. Click on the Apps tab to download the ABC 7 My Suncoast app for Apple and Android.
Here we go. We're gonna go out there in the rain. Gonna get wet. All right, here we go. Go, okay, quick. Oh yeah, yes. So much fun. Mwah. We're getting so wet.
Everyone's buzzing about Suncoast View.
I like watching the Suncoast View.
I like the Suncoast View.
The cooking segments, I love the recipes. The theater segments are terrific.
Join Stephanie Roberts, Linda Carson, and special guests on Suncoast View for hot topics, everyday issues, celebrities, food, fashion, fitness, and everything in between. Nothing is off limits.
They're just fun.
For smart, fun talk in the afternoon, watch Suncoast View, weekdays at 4 on ABC 7.
You know, fortunately, this was my first job out of college, so I was able to come back home and work in my hometown. I wore two hats. I was sports director and I was a news anchor. I did that for a few years and then decided to go full-time into news. Well, I love our team here at ABC 7. We have a great mix, and it really is a great mix of personalities, of experience that meshes really well into a really strong team. I'm Scott Dennis, and I'm here for you.
At Boys and Girls Clubs, it's not just about trying new things.
Tanya, come here.
Learning the right steps.
2, 3, 4.
Or making contact. It's not just about exploring the future. It's about helping them build it. It's about making the connection. It's about proving every kid and teen who enters our doors has what it takes. Great futures start here.
My first job was in sports, and I was so thrilled just to be working in this business. I simply love covering this area. It has been my home for more than 40 years, and now it's wonderful that I can raise my family here as well. I'm Scott Dennis, and I'm here for you.
Now, sports.
The Rays are back within a game of 500 after winning 2 straight against the Orioles. Relievers Austin Pruitt and Vidal Nuno throwing 8 2/3 scoreless innings after the starter, Sergio Romo, gave up 3 runs early on. Brad Miller added 3 early RBIs for the Rays, one off a leadoff home run that made it up into the catwalks right there, and then another off this double in the 3rd inning. Miller, who has had 3 RBIs over the Rays' last 15 games, talked about the new bottom end of the lineup helping out with the scoring effort.
Just kind of fun because when we turned it over, I mean, really, I felt like I hit with runners on all day, which is a lot of fun. So, but yeah, no, definitely cool to go up there first and kind of set the tone.
And a special moment before this game, the Rays honoring Willie Mae Footman, a stage 2 breast cancer survivor and grandmother of Rays outfielder Mallex Smith, who you saw catch that ball right there, and give Grandma a big hug. Well, it's win or go home for LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals in the NBA. The Celtics have not lost a game at home in these playoffs, and that man, rookie Jason Tatum, has been a big reason why. LeBron had to carry this team to the conference finals. Tonight, no different. A double-double in the first half, and the Cavs able to pull ahead late, beating the Celtics 87-79. James ending the night an assist shy of a triple-double with 35 points. This win sends James to his 9th straight NBA final. 2 headliners will be leaving the French Open early on the women's side. Venus Williams losing to China's Wang Qiang in the first round. Her 2nd straight first-round loss in a major. The other one, the Australian Open. But more surprising was Yelena Ostapenko, the defending champ, losing her opening match against Katerina Kozlova. Just the 6th time that's ever happened for the women in this tournament. We'll be joined by meteorologist Steve Newman after another quick break.
Did you know you could get life insurance for less than 32 cents a day? With Guaranteed Acceptance whole life insurance through TruStage, you can get up to $25,000 in protection with a single phone call. TruStage can help free your family from immediate financial stress when you're gone.
Utility bills, mortgages, car payments, those are a lot of things that can add up pretty fast.
And even if you're on a fixed income, prices fit your budget, starting at less than 32 cents a day. Plus, your price will never increase and your benefit will never decrease. And with no medical tests or health questions, you cannot be turned down for any reason. Call 1-800-842-7189. Now, for a free, no-obligation quote, TruStage offers plans to fit your budget. Help protect your family from immediate financial burdens after you're gone with Guaranteed Acceptance whole life insurance through TruStage. Call 1-800-842-7189 now.
My credit score was not that great.
I didn't understand what went into my credit score.
It was overwhelming.
Do you want to attain better credit health but don't know where to start? Credit Sesame can help by providing you a free credit score.
I love the app. It's so easy to use. It's like having your own financial coach.
Credit Sesame broke my credit score down into things that I understood, and it made me think, I can do this.
And the awesome thing about Credit Sesame, it's free.
It's 100% free.
You don't need to go it alone. Get started today at creditsesame.com.
With the Brinks prepaid MasterCard, it's easy to manage our money. I get a text alert every time our card is used, so we always know our balance.
And we're protected from unauthorized transactions. Brinks gives us peace of mind.
Introducing the Brinks prepaid MasterCard. With direct deposit, you can get your paycheck or government payments up to 2 days faster.
Brinks knows what's valuable to me, time.
Load money onto your card and then shop online, pay bills. With Brinks, you can conveniently manage your money online and with the mobile app. Call now or go online to get your Brinks prepaid MasterCard. And in this TV-only offer, personalize your Brinks prepaid MasterCard with your photo for added security. Brinks knows what's valuable to you. Call right now to order your Brinks prepaid MasterCard.
Call 1-800-287-3014.
Or go online. Call now.
Dear parents, it's time for a pop quiz. What's the best kind of play for kids? Play that makes us think? Or helps us pretend? Or teaches us rules? Or to be creative? Actually, every kind of play is important because different kinds of play give us different kinds of skills. Help us mix up the ways we play. Okay, class dismissed. Now go play.
Download the all-new ABC 7 First Alert weather app now. The Florida Lottery winning numbers are sponsored by Frontier Fios.
Well, everyone was taking cover this weekend from the storm. Check out this video of a family of cranes crossing the road. And look at the little guys with the long, skinny legs. Sammy Chido, an ABC7 photographer, capturing that and capturing a lot of other things here on the Suncoast as that storm made its way through. And it's not done moving yet. Steve Newman still working its way through the Gulf.
And it's strengthened tonight. The winds are now up to 65 miles per hour. Take a look at the latest plot from the National Hurricane Center. Look at that. Maximum sustained winds of 65 miles per hour, moving northwest at 9. Going to make landfall tomorrow midday somewhere between Pensacola and Panama City and then dissipate. Its influence on us will wane during the day, in fact, during the whole week. Meteorologist John Scalzi will have the latest forecast tomorrow morning on Good Morning Suncoast starting at 5 a.m.
And expect rain throughout the week and the early morning hours, and we'll see you in the morning, 5 a.m. sharp.